shooting and killing 64-year-old Harold Witt Harper.
WHYTE News' Haley Crummelholm is live at the police department tonight. And Haley, you spoke with the police chief. What do you have to say?
So he said this all appears to be random. This is all rapidly unfolding. Like he said, in the last hour and a half, we saw Isaac Ezekiel Toy, that suspect, be let out of this door in handcuffs and put into a police cruiser. The chief said that they received multiple calls, 2 calls within minutes of each other to the same neighborhood, both they believe involving Toy. The first was for a suspicious person that the caller believed had a gun, and the second call was for this shooting. And the chief said there was potential for more people to be harmed today. That initial caller, as well as the victim, Harold Witt Harper's wife, who had been in the yard with him just moments before he was shot. Do you have anything to say, Mr. Toy? Isaac Ezekiel Toy was walked out of the Ocala Police Department in handcuffs Wednesday night. He didn't say a word about what he's accused of, killing 64-year-old Harold Witt Harper, who was in his own front yard.
It appears that he was doing nothing more than gardening in his front yard and was senselessly killed. This is, I've been here for almost 32 years, and I've never seen anything like this.
Ocala Police Chief Mike Balkin said a call came in about a suspicious person around 3:34 Wednesday afternoon on Southeast 3rd Street who tried to wave down a person pulling out of their driveway.
As he was pulling away, he observed the subject doing something suspicious, appearing to manipulate a handgun and possibly a chamber around in that handgun. Officers were immediately dispatched to the area.
As officers were arriving in the neighborhood within 3 minutes of that first call, the police chief said,
we received a second call in reference to a shooting. That second call originated just down the road. This is about a block away to the east. It involved our victim who had been shot.
Because officers were so close by, he said they were able to find Toy walking away from the shooting scene. He matched the description of the man from the first call to police, and the chief said he had a gun on him. The chief said they haven't identified any motive. They don't believe Toy and Harper knew each other or even had any interaction in the yard before Harper was shot.
This horrific incident appears to be a random act of violence. There is no indication, I'll repeat that, there's no indication that this was a targeted attack.
Toy now faces 2 counts of aggravated assault and 1 count of second-degree homicide. Now, the chief said his officers have had very little interaction with Toy in the past. He does not have a criminal history here in Ocala, but does appear to have some in Tampa. The chief stressed tonight that this is the very early stages of this investigation. They're still working to figure out what could be a motive here, and he said his heart goes out to the Harper family tonight. Covering Marion County live in Ocala, Haley Crummelholm, WHYTE News.
In Marion County, the man accused of shooting and killing another in his own front yard was in court today for the first time. Detectives say Isaac Toy randomly shot Harold Witt Harper.
And now WHYTE News' Luana Munoz is hearing from the neighbor who called 911.
Gentle and kind, and just a very sweet person. His passion was gardening.
That's how neighbors describe 64-year-old Harold Witt Harper. Ocala police say Harper was gardening in his front lawn in this affluent neighborhood near Southeast 3rd Street and 11th Avenue when this man, 29-year-old Isaac Toy, randomly walked up to Harper, shot and killed him. Well, a woman says she thought she heard a vehicle backfiring. That's when she came outside and realized that her neighbor had been shot. And that's when she called 911. That's got to be pretty traumatizing.
It was at the moment, and I mean for hours later, and with all the reaction and everything, yes. But like I said, we feel safe because of the response from our police. It was wonderful.
Police were already in the area after getting a call from neighbors a block away who had reported seeing a man carrying a handgun and acting suspicious. That allowed them to respond to the shooting within minutes and catch Toy walking away from the scene. He fit the description of the person neighbors complained about and was carrying a gun.
My name is Isaac Toy.
Toy appeared before a judge Thursday morning. He's facing 2 counts of aggravated assault and 1 count of second-degree homicide. Other residents who live in the neighborhood were shocked, but say in today's society, people need to be aware of their surroundings.
There was this common sentiment that you should, carry a firearm and that you should be prepared in that sense, and I agree with that. as long as someone understands like what they're doing with the firearm, if they have no education and it's not being done safely and responsibly, they're just as much a danger to themselves as they are to their would-be attacker.
While residents were shaken by what happened, they say they feel safe and are focused on the good memories with the neighbor they knew more than a decade.
If he wasn't doing something in his garage, he's planting flowers and reading. He just loved his yard and loved his family.
Covering Marion County in Ocala, Luana Munoz, WESH 2 News.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 32, verse 39 in the GNT. I, and I alone, am the Most High. No other God is real. I kill and I give life. I wound and I heal. And no one can oppose what I do. Call Holayam La, Albanawa, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakat, Kwadash. Double honors to the elder apostles and elder bishops of Great Millstone who rule well. Salutations to the Akim out there on the highways and the byways. Salutations to the hopeful elect. Salutations to you speckled birds, you Israelite foreigners. And shalom to the Akwaf, sitting and listening in silence as the scriptures say to do so. Deuteronomy chapter 32, verse 39 in the GNT. I, and I alone, am the Most High. No other God is real. I kill and I give life. I wound and I heal. And no one can oppose what I do. So all, life, being wounded, being healed, sicknesses, death, everything is ordained and commanded and brought forth and by and from Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. Okay? And as we see and as you continue to notice, when it's Jake's face is televised multiple times on the news feed. Jake is, made to be seen as a criminal and also guilty until proven innocent. And, obviously when it's an Edomite, which more than likely it is an Edomite, they speak very highly of him. They make it seem like he was just so innocent. But what does it say in the scriptures? What did the Heavenly Father say? No one perishes being innocent, man. Okay? No one perishes being innocent. And again, they televise Jake's face. When Jake does something, Jake's face is in that news feed at least 20 times. Okay? At least 20 times. Now, obviously, we don't know what happened, but this happened in Florida. And we know the type of rules and regulations they have when it comes to firearms in Florida. They also have something that stand your own ground. So again, what type of situation was this for this dude to just do what he did? We don't know. The story might be getting twisted, not very truthful, But at the end of the day, it was judgment from Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, point blank, period, man. But Esau is a very, very big hypocrite, man. The biggest hypocrite on the planet. Okay, what our people have done and what other nations have done is nothing compared to your rap sheet, your file, your records, man. Your history, your bloodshed, your crimes, man. Okay, so let's grab this real quick. This is Romans chapter 2, and I'm going to go straight to the point. Romans chapter 2, I'm going to read verses 21 and 22. Thou therefore, which teachest another, teachest thou not thyself? So, you have all these laws in place, and you enforce them, but yet you make codes and other things to break your laws. And furthermore, you really don't take heed to your law because you believe that you're above the law because you made the law. But everybody else has to follow your law. Just like what happened to the lady out in the Edomite woman, the blue-eyed, blonde-haired woman that got, pew-pew to her face by the ice. Okay, the president gave them full immunity, man. Okay? So basically, he's letting it be known that the people that are working for him in ICE and whatever government, military agency he places on the streets, they're above the law. They don't have to follow the law, but you do. Okay? So they'll teach you something, but what? That doesn't apply to me. You know? So again, Romans 2 verse 21, thou therefore which teachest another, teachest thou not thyself? Thou that preachest a man should not steal, dost thou steal? So again, you know, you have laws in place for certain things that are done and certain punishments given for those things that are committed in this society. And again, you are the biggest damn thief on the planet. You got your nose in everybody's business. You're going everywhere, stealing everybody's resources and everything else, man. Just like what they just did when it comes to Venezuela. You know, they stole their president, and then they stole their oil. And then they're about to steal some other stuff too, man. They got more stuff on the agenda that they want to steal, because what does Trump say? It belongs to us, and if we don't take it, somebody else will steal it. So they're bluntly and boldly letting you know that they basically what they're saying is, what you gonna do about it? Okay, verse 22. Thou that sayest a man should not commit adultery, dost thou commit adultery? So, you know, just to give a little, you know, example, man, because you devils are hypocrites, man. You're hypocrites, point blank period, man. And again, this was judgment from the Lord, man. The Lord does not forget, and he will damn sure not acquit the wicked, man. Okay? Everybody's playing out their judgment upon the earth. Ecclesiastes chapter 3, verses 15 to 16. Read that, man. The Lord requires that which is past. And guess what? The Lord is accomplishing everything that he requires, man. So let's grab this. Let's go to the book of Exodus just to prove that point, because it's in the law. And the Lord is always going to, you know, hold his word. He's always going to, you know, do what he said he's going to do. Point blank period. This is Exodus 34 verse 7. Keeping mercy for thousands, forgiving iniquity and transgression and sin. And we hope to have that plot. We hope to have that portion for ourselves of the hopeful elect. And we hope and pray to be the elect, to have mercy, forgiveness of iniquity, transgressions and of sins, man. Okay, continuing on. And that will by no means clear the guilty. And again, I believe this 64-year-old man that was guarding, you know, in his garden, I believe he was an Edomite, because obviously they didn't show his face. And, you know, they keep on, you know, putting Jake's face left and right. And what, you know, 2/3 of our people are wicked as hell. You know, you get what you deserve in this society, man, because you know how this place goes. You know the history, okay? You know it's not going to be fair. It's not going to, you're not going to receive no equality in anything in this captivity, man. It wasn't the governance and the structure is not to your benefit, okay? Continuing on, Exodus 34 verse 7, continuing on, and that will by no means clear the guilty, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children and upon the children's children unto the third and to the fourth generation. So this was judgment that the Lord, you know, brought back this spirit to get judged like that. Okay, point blank period, man. The Lord required that which is past, and this is how the Lord ordained for this vessel, this more than likely this Edomite, okay, to get put down. Okay, because again, referring back to Job chapter 4, whoever perished being innocent, man. And we know these people, they don't, you know, they don't play fair. They don't have a conscience. Okay, and again, and when it comes to Jake and Esau, and Jake has done something to an Edomite, they speak very highly of the Edomite. And what do they say? Oh, he loved his family. If he wasn't in his garage, he was in his garden. He loved flowers. He was just such a peaceful man. You know, because again, these people, they believe that they're justified in all their actions. Everything that they do is right, and nothing is wrong about it. Okay? Because again, they're hypocrites. Matter of fact, let's grab this. Because you know, they'll always put up a brown face for a distraction, but yet when you're seeing this, you more than likely got probably 10 to 20 Edomites committing all types of crimes, man. That's not being televised. But they'll as soon as Jake does something, they'll put Jake up and keep on that running, keep it running, because this happened 5 days ago. Okay, so let's grab this. These people are the biggest damn hypocrites on the planet, man. So this is St. Matthew's chapter 7, and I'm gonna read verse 5. Thou hypocrite, first cast out the beam of thine own eye. So Esau has no right to televise, advertise, to point the finger. And again, I'm not taking up for the Jake. I'm not defending him. He did what he did. He gets what he deserves. Point blank, period, man. We're not supposed to seek vengeance and justice with the work of our own hands. And again, we don't know what's the real story behind this and what really happened. Again, because this is Esau's rulership. He controls the media and all that, so he puts up what he wants to put up. Okay? But again, St. Matthew 7 verse 5, thou hypocrite, first cast out the beam of thine own eye. So you got to condemn yourself and your own nation for all the crimes that y'all continuously commit. And place that judgment upon your own nation like you place upon Jake, man. Okay? Point blank, period, man. And then shalt thou see clearly to cast out the mote of thy brother's eye. So, what is that? It's, also reminds me of accuser of thy brethren, man. Because that's what this devil constantly does too. He constantly accuses Jake of everything. You got all these damn devils with that pseudoscience nonsense and basically saying that the root problem in society, in this captivity, is Israelites. No, the root problem is the nation of Esau, Edom. Okay, and your elites that's basically hogging the blessing and not giving you nothing. That's the root problem. And what Jake is an issue. Everybody's a damn issue. Okay, point blank, period, man. This whole place has to be cleansed, man. And the Lord's going to bring forth that cleansing. Okay, the Lord's going to bring forth that cleaning agent, which is Yahweh Shah HaMashiach, man. Okay? But you devils, man, you've been accusing Jake of everything when you're the main problem. So let's close out, man, because the point is made, man. This was judgment from the Lord, and the Lord will do it however he sees fit, man. But you damn Edomites are some hypocrites, man. Okay? So this is Job chapter 8, and I'm going to read verse 13. So are the paths of all that forget the Most High, because y'all know the history of what's been done. Y'all know the things that the Lord has done for his people and the judgment that the Lord has brought upon the earth. But y'all have so much pride in y'all that y'all believe y'all will over prevail and over, what's the word I'm looking at for? Y'all believe y'all will overcome the wrath and the judgment he's going to bring forth. Y'all believe that you can contend and defeat Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai and disrupt, if I'm not mistaken, a prophecy. Like you can change prophecy, let's say that. Okay, and you forgot about all the things that the Lord has done upon the earth and all the judgments and, and the examples of Sodom and Gomorrah that he's brought forth, and, you promoting that lifestyle here and everything that you've done, man, the bloodshed, the rape, rob, murder, pillage, all the diabolical, treacherous, ruthless shit. Okay? Job 8 verse 13. So are the paths of all that forget the Most High, and the hypocrites' hope shall perish. Because again, this whole nation is a nation full of damn hypocrites. No accountability, no truth. Okay? Again, no consideration, no mercy, no empathy, no pity, no nothing, man. Okay, so your hypocritical nation, you're going to perish. You're going to feel the wrath of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, just like this Edomite felt it, man. And it's going to be more to come, man. Okay? So this was judgment, and it's only going to get worse, man. You know, St. Matthew's 24, verse 12. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold, man. And that's what we seeing, the Lord getting busy, okay? Stirring the pot, causing that civil unrest, the sedition, insurrection, everything that the prophecies said that would occur, that would be brought forth. So, like, I'm excited, okay? So I don't want to write this out, man. I hope and I pray that this is edifying, uplifting, and informative to the true, sincere Aki and WHYTE. So with that, I'm just going to say, Shalom.